Both North and South Korea have expressed a desire to reunify since the two countries originally split in 1948. However, over 70 years later, the two countries remain divided and have very little relations with each other. Why does Korea remain divided, and what are the roadblocks that keep it that way? There are numerous factors that keep Korea divided today, but for the purposes of this video, I want to focus on the foreign powers that play key roles in the unification process, namely the United States and China. One of the largest international roadblocks in Korean unification is whether or not North Korea will denuclearize. In the past, as recent as Kim Jong-un's reign, North Korea has expressed a willingness to give up nuclear weapons. However, this comes at a cost for the United States. Classifying their demands as ensuring that the United States no longer poses a military threat to Korea, North Korea demands that if they denuclearize, the United States must remove their presence in Korea, including lifting military troops and even severing relations with Korea either partially or as a whole. This is something that the United States is unwilling to consent to, and neither is South Korea. In a poll done among 2,000 South Koreans in 2019, 88.8% of those surveyed agreed or strongly agreed that a unified Korea should be allied with the United States, and even 54% agreed that the United States military troops should remain in a unified Korea. The role that China plays into this is their alliance with North Korea. One poll done among 46 Chinese scholars, admittedly not a great sample size, but people who are well informed on the reunification situation, felt that a unified Korea will either pose a threat to China or be more pro-American, lessening their influence in Asia. Because of this, many have argued that China actually opposes reunification to minimize the presence of the United States in Asia and maintain their own influence on the Korean peninsula. This poll also indicates this sentiment, as 82% of those surveyed opposed reunification or were ambivalent toward the idea. The tension in the relationship between the United States and China is a major roadblock in Korean unification. Both countries have strong allegiances to one of the North or the South, and fear that a reunified peninsula may weaken their standing in Korea as a whole. Until either the United States or China can be assured that the reunification will ensure their presence in Korea, it is unlikely that they will show their support. While North Korea has maintained that reunification should be between only themselves and South Korea, this would not be feasible unless a very unrealistic severance of alliance occurred between South Korea and the United States, as well as between North Korea and China. The question of reunification is not just about the North and the South agreeing upon it, but if the international world does as well. With these roadblocks, it has left many wondering, both in and outside of Korea, if reunification will ever take place.